right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachapadash, double honor to the elders and apostles and millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hope elect. Shalom, Barakathum. This is just going to be a quick in transit lesson. I want to speak really thinking about the wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, all right, and the negative spirits on people, and a reminder that there's a lot of people praying that you leave the truth, that you drop the plow, that you join them, you know, in their misery. Okay, especially a lot of guys that fell out, they still watch Israelite videos. Okay, and there's always going to be people that, you know, you got the guys that make the why I left the Hebrew Israelite videos. I was just thinking about how many videos, how many views that those videos get. All right, and because people want to be tuned into the drama, they want to see, everybody wants to see somebody get, you know, messed up. Okay, you go on YouTube or you go on Instagram, you know, what gets a lot of views on there is people getting messed up, those fight videos, people getting knocked out, people getting judged. You know, those videos do very, very well because people like to see misery. As the saying goes, misery loves company. Now, when you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, all right, it clearly denotes that there's a group of people that just don't want us to have it. They don't want us to make it. They're counting on our downfall. All right, and you got to remember that that's gonna come with things once we get vindicated by the Most High. It's gonna spark jealousy, man. You got niggas in that just got a bitter spirit on them. All right, niggas crying in their car listening to music. All right, you got men that just come up. They don't have a doctrine themselves, but they just want to disagree with you. You know, and you got to remember that this is a part of the walk. You know, this is a part of well, haters. You know, haters are a part of this thing. You know, and if you don't have haters, then your movement is not a threat. Okay, and what I mean by threat is I mean spiritually and to people's worldview. All right, because people want America to make it. You know, a lot of these Israelite camps, they won't admit it, but they want America to make it. Okay, they like the comfort here too much. All right, they want the kingdom, but they don't want the kingdom in the way the Most High said we got to get the kingdom. We got to go through the straight gate. These niggas don't want to go through the straight gate. All right, so when people are mocking and talking shit, they're like, well, why y'all out there in the cold? You know, really, they're jealous, man. Okay, really, they admire our ability to go out there and stay consistent with something. You know, I think about people back in the world. They're like, oh, you still believe that, huh? Yeah, I do. Okay. And how do you know a man believes something? By his actions and by his works. Yahweh Shai preached this. Okay. And Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, it says they esteemed us as I forget the phrase, but basically they thought we was just niggas. You know, when they said they would be astonished at the strangeness of our salvation. That's because they convinced themselves that what we're doing was crazy. And you could say that they're right in a way, because you got to be a little bit off to you know, to be a soldier of the Lord, because the Lord does things in an unorthodox way. He does things that seem far-fetched, you know. But ultimately people believe in crazy things themselves, you know, but they don't want to give you that same opportunity to let's see if what these guys are talking about. You know, they always want to believe that what they believe is the truth, the gospel. You know what? That's fine. You know, but for the brothers that are in this walk, man, that are doing this thing, you know, faithfully, you know, haters and hatred is a part of it. And you know, any man telling you that that's not the case, they're lying to you. Okay, you know what did Yahweh Shai have to go through? Haters. Hatred. He wrote in the book of Matthew, a prophet is not esteemed in his own country. I'm butchering it, but most brothers know the precept I'm talking about. Okay, because he went to go, you know, select the disciples, which became the apostles, which which are which represent the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, he went and got Simon Peter, you know, and Andrew, and he going back to those towns that he's from, and they don't want to hear it, you know, and that's true too. You get born in the hood and get some money and leave and try to come back, you're gonna see how you get treated. Okay, they're not gonna be happy to see you. Okay, they're gonna be envious and jealous. All right, and this is the spirit that they are in. And it's talking about heathen mainly too, but a lot of 2/3 Israelites are going to be in that number as well. That they thought they wrote us off of being crazy. Okay, they accepted the fact that they're black, that they're just, they don't have a history. You know, they don't have any identity. This is their identity. Whatever the so-called white man calls you, that's what you are. And they've given up. Okay, all of these niggas on the line on the internet, these gurus that tell you to forget the past, Anton Daniels, niggas like that. You know, they've given up. Okay, they believe that Esau won, and we should all just be a goddamn American now. All right, and they're not even paying attention how these so-called Americans are treating their own people. And you don't think you at the lowest of the totem pole, you're not gonna get shafted. You most certainly are. Okay, and so, you know, all that to say is, you gotta endure and you gotta fight, man. Nothing that's worth its weight is what am I saying? Nothing that's really worth it is gonna come without some resistance. You know, everything that has a high price, you gotta fight for it, man. All right. You know, if you got a precious stone or an artifact, you know, it's gonna be some exchanges going back and forth, man. Think about an auction. Okay, at an auction, you know, an auction is a place where you can get something really nice for a discounted deal. Okay, but you're relying on the other people there and how they bid. Now, if it's something that's really sought after, it's gonna start off at a lower price. But if it's really worth value, guess what? People are gonna bid on it, and there's gonna be a fight. Okay, you know, and that's how the truth is. You know, this is something that you gotta fight and contend for. Not everybody is written in the book. All right, and that should scare you and humble you, and the fear of the Lord should well back up inside of you, man, because your flesh wants you to forget the fear of the Lord. They want you to forget what the Lord is getting ready to do. Just live in the moment, you know. Just do this, just do that, you know. Pour up and forget. But you can't ever forget, man. You got to remember that we're on a mission here. Okay, you can't get laxed. All right, when you watch the James Bond movies, okay, he infamously would have what you call the Bond girl. All right, and all of those women James Bond was with, he never got attached to him, man. You know, he might have liked them a little bit, but at the end of the day, you know, you already know what it is. You know, he's a spy. He's on a mission. Okay, you know, he's here for a good time, not a long time. And that's how you got to look at this America, man, because America is a whore, and you need to treat her like one. Okay, leave the money on the nightstand and bounce. Okay, use the world, but don't abuse it. All right, because I'm telling you right now, if you try to engage with America on any level, all right, the Lord is looking at your ass, man. All right, and you don't know when he's at the point where he's gonna just spew your ass out because you on the fence about things, man. Constantly cure your spirit, man. Constantly purify yourself. Constantly examine yourself, man. We preach this over and over and over again. All right, because this thing that we're a part of, the people that are a part of it right now that are so-called Hebrew Israelites. When I say so-called, I don't mean they're not Israelites. I mean that they profess to be of Yahushua. Okay, when we're about to find out who's really with Yahushua. Okay, you know. So keep these things in mind, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. On to the next. Shalom.